Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, it's official that Marvel's First Family, the Fantastic Four trailer is now online. They just did their launch event for the trailer, and they did a pretty cool troll on the fans. We came over to the Marvel official YouTube channel. They made us wait an entire hour longer than what we thought we would have to. They showed us kind of like a realistic take on different parts of this kind of rocket facility. And they had kind of a voice talking in the background, very reminiscent of the 1960s Apollo program. So that was kind of cool as we were counting down to the trailer. But also, we had this kind of launch event as well before the trailer, where the Fantastic Four cast showed up. So we're going to play snippets from that, then we'll get into the trailer and take a look at the trailer as well. So as you can see here, they're at the facility here. I can't remember exactly where it is. Broadcasting from the US Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. So it's in Huntsville, Alabama, which is pretty cool. I've never heard of it, I have to say. But it's definitely somewhere that's on my radar now. So let's play this clip quickly.
Go for launch. We do have some very special guests joining us, experts who have traveled here to help us with our final flight readiness checks. Please welcome Marvel's First Family, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Joseph Quinn, Vanessa Kirby, and Pedro Pascal.
So there we go, guys. I'm going to have to play it in clips. Little segmented clips for copyright reasons. But yeah, so they kind of introduced the cast here in front of a live audience. They went around, obviously introduced themselves to the audience, which was pretty cool. They did a little Q&A session here where they kind of stood in front of the live audience again. They talked a little bit about the trailer, and then they kind of had this launch button in front of them where they did a countdown from 10. They pressed the plunger, and then ultimately it played the trailer. So let me just skip forward quickly. Like I say, I have to do this in segments for copyright reasons. So we've got Joseph Quinn there. They're answering questions in front of fans, which is quite cool. Pedro Pascal. Keep going forward. And we should get to the bit. And then
we're going to hover. And now, my flight crew, you are part of history. So I'm going to need you to give me everything you got when we get to this. Oh, well, we've got 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch!
Yeah, so they do that in front of a live audience, which is pretty cool. I like this kind of like interactive marketing. I think it's pretty fantastic, to use the pun. So, making our jump over to this comicbookmovie.com article, let's break down the information surrounding the movie, and we'll play the trailer over the top at the same time and kind of give our thoughts along the way here. So, the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer sees Marvel's first family assembled to battle Galactus. And obviously, we have a shot here from the trailer. I think the costumes look great. The Thing looks great. He looks like that older incarnation, the version of the Thing. But he looks ripped right out of the comics. I love the retro futuristic style of the trailer. The action looks on point. We got a shot of Galactus in there. I didn't see Doom or any mention or Easter eggs or references to Doom in the trailer, unless I've missed it. But I'm pretty sure Doom wasn't featured in the trailer, but a lot of us weren't really expecting them to be. But yeah, I mean, it looks like they've done right by the Fantastic Four this time, and it looks to be pretty much everything that fans wanted it to be. But we'll have to wait and see how people eventually react to this trailer. But first impressions, man, it looked pretty good. So ahead of this Sunday's Super Bowl, Marvel Studios has released the first trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps, and it looks like the MCU will finally do right by Marvel's First Family. Like I was just saying, we've had obviously a few failed movies when it comes to Fantastic Four, but it looks like Marvel's taking it pretty seriously. It looks like they've done a great job here. Ultimately, it could be a great trailer, but the movie could end up sucking. We just don't really know. We'll have to wait and see, but I think the trailer looks pretty good from what I've seen. We expected the trailer to drop at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Instead, Marvel Studios went live with a 1-hour countdown video broadcast by the Future Foundation from the US Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, they kind of almost did like a little troll, right? Everybody turned up waiting for the trailer to play, because including myself, I was waiting for 10 minutes before the trailer was supposed to play. It got down to the time where the trailer was supposed to play, and then all of a sudden the video fires up on the YouTube live feed, and it's another hour countdown, and everybody just went crazy in the comment section because we had to wait an entire another hour for the trailer to debut. So it was kind of funny. You'll find a full breakdown here of a little later today. In the meantime, it's fair to say the first official look at the Fantastic Four First Step shows far more than we expected. And it definitely isn't the early footage which premiered during last year's San Diego Comic-Con and D23 events. The Thing's comic accurate design gets a fair bit of spotlight, as does the team in general. The Invisible Woman and the Human Torch's powers look fantastic, though Mr. Fantastic doesn't get to show off his stretchiness here. Is that because they're worried about what people would say about the CGI? Because obviously, trying to do the CGI on Mr. Fantastic has to be really difficult. I mean, when you're showing a human being's limbs stretching to ridiculous proportions in a movie, it's gonna look ridiculous no matter how realistic the CGI is. I mean, a human arm or leg stretching to several meters outwards and then kind of flexing back in, that's never going to look normal. It's always going to look goofy on camera. And maybe they just kind of wanted to hide that from the trailer because they didn't want any negative kind of reactions to what that may look like. Possible. That's just my theory. Maybe you guys think maybe you guys think it's a different reason. Perhaps the most exciting for comic book fans is the first look at Galactus. The villain's face is never revealed, but he still looks like he stepped straight off the page. You can watch the first teaser trailer for the Fantastic Four first steps in the player below. Obviously, we've been checking out parts of the trailer as we've been talking about it. But yeah, I mean, we got Galactus, we got the comic accurate Thing, we got the Invisible Woman, obviously seeing her powers. We got Johnny Storm launching off as the Human Torch. That looks fantastic as well. We got a great shot of the Baxter building. You know, just all this great stuff, guys. And it looks like it's really, really done. It's really done quite well. And it's a lot of love and care has been taken with this Fantastic Four incarnation by this representation of the Fantastic Four, I should say, by Marvel. I love the retro-futuristic theme of the cars, the rocket ship. It looks so cool. And I can't wait to see more of the kind of retro-futuristic theme within the movie, because I love that kind of artwork, the design, the kind of the way that vehicles and buildings look. I just think it looks really, really cool. Okay, and I think that's kind of where we are. So, obviously set against a vibrant backdrop of the 1960s inspired retro-futuristic world. So it's set in the 1960s, retro-futuristic, which I think is an awesome setting. I think that's great. It separates itself from the other Fantastic Four movies as well by being different in that regard. And that's kind of where we are, guys. So that's kind of just the initial trailer. We're going to have a bigger breakdown later on the channel. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll go through and kind of pick the trailer apart in more depth later on. But that's my first initial thoughts and reactions, that it just looks great. Comic accurate Thing, seeing Galactus, Baxter building, the Fantastic Four costumes, Human Torch, all of that stuff, guys. It looks on point. It looks great. I don't really have much negative stuff to say about it, but we'll do a further breakdown on the channel later. So like I said, make sure you stay tuned. As always, guys, thanks so much for being here. Did you see the trailer? Jump down in the comment section, put your initial thoughts and reactions down there, and make sure you join me later on the channel where we do a further breakdown of the trailer and go through and kind of pick it apart in more depth, like I say. So guys, make sure you hit the like button before you leave and consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't already. It goes a long way to supporting the content, so I really, really appreciate that. And I will see you later on for the more in-depth review of the trailer. Thanks for now.